shit. This match. This match, Anarchy in the Arena. This is Kevin Dunn's wet dream. To do so many camera cuts. To do so much absolute balls to the wall bonkers. And the sad thing is, I think it makes more sense to do it here than Kevin Dunn has ever done it in WWE. Because at least it's in the name. The match is supposed to be Anarchy in the Arena. It's supposed to be absolute bonkers. And let's, before we talk more about the insanity that went in this match, let me talk about what happened on the buy-in. Eddie Kingston, everyone. Praise be to Eddie Kingston. Just praise him. Praise Eddie Kingston. Oh God, the amount of emotion that he gives off in his presence, the amount of charisma he has on him, the amount of power he gives away in his promos. Like, he may not be the most athletic, big, muscular man and whatnot, but damn, he is such a good talker. He is so good at what he does. He's a brawler, he's a fighter, he's of the common man. He's just a common man. It's basically if Dusty Rhodes went TVMA content, essentially. And please note, Dusty Rhodes was in ECW for a little bit, but that's a different matter. Like, Eddie Kingston is going through this demon state he's in. His mental state has deteriorated so much in this promo. He's drinking, and he's angry. He's scared of himself. He's afraid, and then he gives off this cold, dead-eye look. Look into my cold, dead eyes. Live la vida loca. And you are captured and engrossed. Like, I was like, can we get this guy the world title now? Seriously, guys, can we give him the world title? I think we have a case already for enough as is to give him a world title run. I mean, oh God. His work in this build-up has been spectacular, I feel. And please know, he's done a lot of good work since he's joined AEW especially. He's done a lot of work in the past, but this is his biggest exposure yet. And honestly, with how this match went, like, oh God, how this match. Like, we get a Shield reminiscent-esque entrance with Jon Moxley after the Backstreet Boys come out. The Jericho Appreciation Society, as they're also called, come out in their white outfit because they knew blood's going to be spilled in this match. And their sports entertainment gist. The Blackpool Combat Club, and here's the thing, people will say, well, why is Blackpool Combat Club having involvement in this? Well, here's the thing, we could actually go to the continuity system because of Jon Moxley's buddy friendship with Eddie Kingston. We got Bryan's history with Jericho. We got, and let's be real, they've done more with WWE's continuity than WWE's ever done with it, which is honestly depressing and sad to hear, but that's beside the point. And then you got Moxley's history with Jericho in AEW alone, such as Jericho attempting to spike his eye out, which failed miserably, and cost him the world title. So you have all these threads, and William Regal even brings up an Attitude Era iconic moment for some, where Jericho pissed in his teacup. We are literally taking 20 years ago and bringing it into the present. Why can't they do this more? Like, use continuity as a strength instead of viewing it as a hindrance? But anyways, enough about my continuity snarl issues with WWE. Oh, we got it. We got the wild things playing when they start brawling, and it's like, wait, was this a botch or was this intentional? Like you can't tell if this was a botch or not. Like, the music keeps playing, and some of my buddies got annoyed with it. We're hearing it over and over and over and over and over again. I was just like, this is anarchy in the arena. This is supposed to be anarchy. And Kevin Dunn's probably at home watching this. It's like, I should do that. I could do that, right? We could make it anarchy in the arena style match, right? We could do that. I could just like, this is the point I'm gonna just say. This is the moment Kevin Dunn could have justified his camera cut if they did a match like this in WWE. That would at least make more sense than Roman Reigns looking at the stage and you don't know who's coming out, and then we cut to crowds, go to 10 different cuts for the fact of nonsense. Or when Vince McMahon comes out, we see like 20 different cuts in 60 seconds. The very fact I had to even point that out is a problem. This at least made sense. There's so much going on in this match, and it's all over the arena, and you can't tell. You're trying to, and the camera's just as in chaos mode as everyone else, trying to capture as much footage as possible. And Eddie Kingston is attempting to murder people. He dumps himself in ketchup, mustard. He's brawling. I think it was a Daniel Garcia. Also, there's a moment in here. Okay, one of the wrestlers of the Jericho Appreciation Society, I think it was a member of 2.0. I can't be certain. A lot of, like, it was hard to keep track of everything. I was looking at him and I was like, he looks like British Bulldog back in 1999, but if he wore a t-shirt. I don't know if that's a positive or a problem. And I kind of don't care. And Eddie Kingston, man. Like, I know this is more of an Eddie Kingston video than it is an Anarchy in the Arena match, I know. But this match with Eddie Kingston, this story with Eddie Kingston they've presented here is getting launched into the stratosphere, I feel, if they do this right. Because after this event happened, I had to come out and say it. This is when we do it. So during the match, when it looks like the Blackpool Combat Club's gonna get the victory, Eddie Kingston comes out, bloodied, deranged, psychotic, and to be quite honest, is a very iconic freaking hardcore visual. He comes out with a tank of gas. He's carrying it. He's looking like he went through a zombie freaking apocalypse. His eyes completely bloodied, and he's just like, and he prepares to dump the gasoline onto Chris Jericho and tries to get a lighter to burn him alive as revenge. And Bryan has to stop him, and then it goes in Jericho's favor. They beat them down. Eddie Kingston sells it really good. It looks like he was killed by the juice effect. I'm kind of amazed how much they managed to make an elbow to the head be convincing as a finisher with how the wrestler sells it. Because like I said, like I'm gonna say this, like the idea of the elbow, of having it be an elbow finisher, is just stupid. At least Mick Foley's elbow drop made sense because he's also inflicting pain on himself, and he's a 300-pound man smashing his weight on someone. But Jericho just turning around and smashing someone in the elbow is like a standard action movie trope. It's so generic. And if they did this in WWE, I would be like, that is stupid, because the wrestler wouldn't sell it as well, or be told not to sell it as well, or in like some of the wrestlers' case, if this was HBK, he'd probably go ahead and launch himself halfway through the arena. I just wanted to reference that. It's amazing how they managed to make the Judas effect look convincing enough. Like, it reminds me when Cena went into the memes with the whole 5 moves of doom and introduced his 6th move, which was a punch, and it's like, wow, that wasn't even convincing. Okay. And it even looks like he's trying to Super Saiyan himself. Like, he's trying to, like, I'm going to ascend to my Super Saiyan form! And whatnot. But Eddie Kingston had to brawl with Bryan, so I get the feeling we're going to get a feud with Bryan, Danielson, and Eddie Kingston, which would be freaking hardcore. Especially since Bryan is probably having the time of his life in this match, screaming at the top of his lungs, "You will recognize the crackle of my raw, horny sexual energy," because he's doused in blood. Let's be real, Bryan is extremely, extremely horny. Like, let's be real. I know I brought this up multiple times, but and Bryan even screams out, "I'm gonna kick his head in!" And someone on social media said they had a problem with him screaming the F-bomb and saying he should have said flippin'. And I was like, are we really doing this now? But ultimately, it wasn't enough. It said Jake Hager comes in and makes the save. Jericho starts to lock him in the brutal walls of Jericho, and Jake Hager even adds more to the effect by tying the ring apron after Jon Moxley had destroyed it previously, and Jon Moxley was out of the match because he was pin-cushioned to barbed wire. He's being choked out by Jake Hager and Jericho's power, and I'm kind of amazed they did not at all reference Bryan Danielson's history of choking people, considering he choked Justin Roberts when the Nexus started off and he got fired for that. I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Khan in his madness was thinking, can we reference that? Justin, can we reference that? Maybe? Heck, I'm a little amazed that they did cut to a camera shot of Justin Roberts, like adjusting his tie like he had post-traumatic stress disorder syndrome, PTSD flashbacks to when Bryan choked him out with a tie. Oh man, that would have been perfect. And Bryan passes out in the middle of the ring. It's over. It's done. And I know I didn't talk about Santana and Ortiz. It's Santana and Ortiz. It's LAX. They are gangsta and whatnot. So they were just as chaotic as always. They took themselves out of the match with the rest of 2.0, crashing themselves into the ring. And you just like, with the insanity that happened in this match. But now you have the moment this match ended, I was like, nope, we don't have to deal with blood and guts match. Let this be one and done. They have the pieces ready to move on to the next story. Just have this be one and done. There is no way blood and guts, despite it being a cage involvement, can top this. There is no way you could do that. I'm like, unless you have someone literally explode into a shower of blood, but I don't think anyone wants to see that gory visual. But Eddie Kingston in this match was freaking phenomenal, and I decided to do my next big prediction. Eddie at Mad King at 1981 Kingston will be AEW World Champion by 2023. Remember this tweet. That's my big prediction for this next phase of AEW. Like, they have the pieces in place to tell a good redemption story, and now Jericho's music, Judas, can be applied to here with Eddie Kingston. Like, it was all built up for Eddie Kingston, they could say, and because Eddie Kingston can now say, what have I become? Not have I betrayed. Everyone I've ever loved, I pushed them all away. as I've been a slave to the Judas in my mind. This is all that's left for me in the way of the wreckage of my life. My life, I'm becoming Judas in my mind. So, anyways, I know I have to do that just for dramatic effect. This is the story they could tell for the next year with Eddie Kingston. They could tell Eddie Kingston's redemption arc through this. Build him up, be the next AEW big champion for AEW, and you will have gold here. You have the next big storyline, Tony Khan. And if I'm right on this, you owe me $300,000 for this, because I just gave you a good story here. You already owe me like a couple G's for swerving our glory. Damn it. So, yeah, I want my money, please. Pay up, Tony Khan. Pay up. Pay up! I'd like to come to Florida and talk to you. Though I did try to get to that press screening once. I probably should have tried more, but it was already too late by then. Damn you! So, yeah. Hey, Kingston, you are a madman, and I'm looking forward to seeing how your story unfolds. Now, the question is how will Eddie Kingston become AEW World Champion? Well, that's a tough one, because now you have to factor in MJF's situation, CM Punk's winning the title. Do you take it off of CM Punk for Eddie Kingston, or do you give MJF another chance if everything works out with him and Tony Khan, and then you get this booked for 2023? I don't know, but mark my words, I predict Eddie Kingston will be AEW World Champion by 2023. Remember this. And if I'm right, then everyone post that Tony Khan will owe me $300,000 for this. So yeah. Anyways, as my feud with Tony Khan continues over money rights. Hey, he admits he reads our tweets and hears fan opinion, so I have a case here. So, yeah, Anarchy in the Arena was the balls-to-the-wall match we needed for the show, especially since it was multi-hour, and I feel like this was the best way to get the crowd back up and running. Oh, God. I can't wait for Dynamite this week for that. This was New Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting AEW Double or Nothing's Big Anarchy in the Arena match. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out my content in the description below. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you next time. Peace and take care, and have a good day, everybody.